Exmouth is the gateway to the world-famous UNESCO-designated World Heritage Jurassic Coast, and this is signified by the geoneedle at Orcombe Point. Here, the rocks are 250 million years old and a distinctive red colour. Exmouth is one of the oldest and most picturesque seaside towns in Devon. It is framed by the prominent River Exe, 2 miles of sandy beach, as well as the pebblebed heaths on Woodbury Common above the town. The town is also full of beautiful green spaces, parks and hidden gems that many who live here enjoy, giving a real sense of pride and place. Wild Exmouth is all about building on that and helping people enjoy what is there and discover the hidden yet accessible places and how each of us can play our part in helping preserve and nurture our beautiful environment.
Hi guys, welcome to Bapton Valley, part of the Wild Exmouth project today. We're just going to go on a quick guided tour and have a look round. Bapton Valley is a really nice hidden gem in the middle of Exmouth, great for biodiversity, for wildlife. We're just going to go and have a look round at this brilliant nature corridor. You may have seen it as part of your Wild Exmouth map. Hopefully you've had one of these through the door already. There you go. You can have a look at it. It shows all the great green space that we've got here in Exmouth and especially how to link up to them through corridors like we've got here today. Wild Exmouth is a 3-year project. We've been particularly interested in bringing people to nature and connecting them as well as we can. So the green spaces in Exmouth are brilliant and they're not often shouted about as much as we'd like. We've got loads more going on in terms of volunteering and getting involved, including this guided walk today. So shall we go? You can see this brilliant, nice, mature headline for trees. We've got a big old willow just there, there's some beech through there. There's a real nice mix of mature and some new woodland as well. This land's owned by East Devon District Council. It's managed by the Street Scene Department, and Wild Exmouth have been working really closely to encourage wildlife-friendly mowing regime. What we're doing here and what we're encouraging them to do is have a really nice long grass, lots of wildflowers, lots of things that you wouldn't necessarily get if you were going to mow it really finely. And this is really good for the wildlife, it's good for the insects, it's good for the pollinators, and therefore it's good for the ecosystem, the biodiversity. So it's something we're really encouraging. It's something we've been doing on our nature reserves for a long time. It's been something we've been encouraging people to do, and everyone can do it. You can do it in your garden, you can leave a nice little wildflower patch or a nice little patch of your lawn to grow up nice and long. So yeah, it's worth doing.
I've been involved in Wild Exmouth for the last 2 years as artist in residence and looking at particularly growing more orchards and connecting people back to the land through beautiful, productive landscapes that also benefit wildlife as well as people. I'm really interested in orchards as part of our culture and also as trees as part of our culture and our stories and our heritage. So that's what I chose to focus on while working with Wild Exmouth. We are so lucky because we have so many brilliant landscapes that we can access. They really, I think on so many levels, bring so much more into our lives in terms of well-being, relaxation. At the beginning of my residency, I ran an event called Celebrating Trees, which was looking at how people might really celebrate and connect back to the trees that are already in Exmouth. We set up a space which had a tree library. We had people doing talks. We had a whole visioning session around tree planting in Exmouth. And we also had reflective and creative activities on in the park amongst some of the huge, beautiful specimen trees there. For example, we had a listening post under one of the oaks, which was playing birdsong of birds that would normally inhabit an oak of that size. I wanted to give a very kind of multi-dimensional, joyful exploration of trees, what they bring into our lives and our culture, and then take that on and plant new trees with people. And the orchard trail that we're on today is one of the outcomes of that.
We're at Hillcrest Community Nature Reserve, right in the heart of Exmouth, just off St John's Road. It's Wild East Devon's newest nature reserve, and we're here with the Wild Exmouth team today doing some practical conservation volunteering and part of the orchard. It's a really nice community nature reserve. It's not very big at all. That means that we can really concentrate our conservation efforts here.
I love being in nature. I love being able to help create beautiful spaces that people can enjoy. I think anyone who gets involved in their local community is going to give them pride of place, and this sort of project definitely does that. And I know as a local resident that I want my space around me for myself and my friends and my children to be lovely. So yeah, I think it definitely makes you feel more involved in your community.
Would you guys like to come and sit down and have a look what I've got here? I've got some cards here to help us identify what we might find. We're in Fear Park, which is one of the biggest parks in Exmouth. We're here with some local families and we're doing a bug hunting activity. We've got sweep nets for swooshing through the grass, and they will scoop up any bugs that are living in the grass. And I'm going to set you a challenge. It's called the Mini Beast Bingo Challenge. What we're doing today is we're investigating what lives in Fear Park, what else calls Fear Park its home. Some of them crawling and some of them flying.
Oh, there's an ant there.
That's called a capsid bug, Emily. That likes to eat other bugs. It's inspiring, and it might well inspire them to go home and want to find out more and come back another day with their own bug pots and their own information booklet. Can you see how many legs it's got, Thomas?
Oh, I'm just going to have a guess, 8.
Yes, you're right. All spiders have 8 legs.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh,
Something.
look, I think I can see the fangs of the spider.
The activities that we've been developing as part of Wild Exmouth that are coming up and will be continuing over the coming years are family activities for bug hunting, natural craft, a bit of campfire cooking. We're also doing some adult-based activities with yoga in the park and Tai Chi and some mindfulness sessions. Hopefully there's a bit of something for everybody, and we're also going to be dipping our toes in the sea with some wild swimming too.
Like this earwig thing.
Oh, that is definitely an earwig thing.
The Wild Exmouth project can now reflect on 3 years of successes and positive changes for wildlife and for residents' access to green spaces, while leading the operation to combat the threats facing nature in our town. We've been working in partnership with medical surgeries to produce health routes and designing leaflets with details of guided walks starting and finishing from each practice. We have continued activities, events and opportunities coming up, so do check that out via our website and social media. We look forward to continue working together to preserve and nurture our beautiful Exmouth green spaces and wildlife.